Good morning, 25 minutes after 7 o'clock, and you're listening to AM Ocala Live, and we are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get a New York special. That's a slice and a Coke, Robin. Oh, Robin. Hold on, I gotta go here, Robin. I'll be right back. Robin, we gotta do the show. I know you're busy in there, but you... Okay, all right, so... 79 degrees right now. Let's see the forecast. If you were in this business and you wanted to be the amateur weatherman, I'm going to give you a really easy way to be the amateur weatherman this week. Ready? Every day. Looks like high temperatures will be between 92 and 95. That's pretty good. Every day.
That's great.
Every day. The chance of rain is between 42 and 50. Every day. So take today's forecast and repeat it all the way through next Monday, and you've got the forecast. You got the weather down pat. So, hey, Robin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Let's see. What are we doing this morning? 7:35. We'll kind of do our normal, informal delivery of the news. We'll talk about it. We'll take calls about it and kind of just chat about things. It's kind of our way to kind of hang out in the morning for about 25 minutes, kind of like a breakfast table get-together, right? Mm-hmm. Galen Unold will be on at 8:05. Galen is involved in many things, including sports. Sports is one of his areas of expertise. Today I have today's events in sports history.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever done that. In all the years we've done the segment with Galen, I don't think I've ever printed up the things that happened on this date in sports. So we'll kind of do that today and see if any of them mean anything to him, if he's any insight into these different events. Maybe it's something you never even heard about. Maybe it's, maybe there's a controversy surrounding it. So we're going to learn today, right?
That's right.
News Bites at 8:35. That's when you and I read the news and keep our opinions to ourselves. For those of you who are news junkies, it's probably your favorite segment. It's 25 minutes of pure news, and it makes your radio your best source for news each morning, and all you got to do is listen.
That's right.
Let's see. Dean Foster coming out at 9:05. Dean is a world culture expert. He's the host of CNN's Doing Business In series. He's talking about cultural etiquette when traveling abroad.
I think that's a good thing because you've experienced that.
Well,
you traveled to Canada and you experienced, the etiquette.
Well, one little thing. But they say you're not supposed to laugh with your mouth open in some countries. Isn't that weird?
It's true because we've got a few people that go to my church from that country you're talking about, and when they laugh, they put their hand over their mouth automatically.
Really?
Yeah.
And what country is that?
The Philippines.
The Philippines. Okay. Really? I know
Yeah.
people from the Philippines. I never noticed it.
Because I never noticed it till you had it. Till you said that a few months back, and then I thought, well, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. J. Todd Scott has been a federal agent with the Department of...
with the DEA.
What's that stand for, Robin? DE, Department of Environmental something? I don't know.
No, it's the immigration guys, the guys that do the drug busts and everything. The DEA.
I'm not sure what that is. Anyway,
yeah, they do the drug bus.
This Side of Night. Somebody's going to call and tell me what the is. This Side of Night is the title of his book, the third crime novel in the Texas Border series. Tina Yeager is a latte junkie.
Yep, she likes lattes.
All right, so we're going to talk about coffee. Frothy coffee.
You get lattes on tea days.
I do get lattes on tea days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my latte days.
That's right.
And let's see, 10:35. Tisha Moeller. All right, she's coming into the studio for. She's going to say
no. She asked us to hold some times for her clients. And they're still deciding when they're going to come in.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, I just put that note there for you, just so you would know that we were holding them.
And we were told Joe's coming back today. We're not sure,
but that's what we were told.
Kind of flying by. Well, the seat of my pants is a weird expression, isn't it?
It is, but everything's been running smooth these past 4 weeks.
Have you ever seen anything or anybody or even a cartoon where it depicted somebody flying by the seat of their pants?
No, I haven't.
I never have either, but I think I'll make one.
You should. You should do that. That'd be great.
Cartoon. All right, we will take a little break. We'll be right back. On the other side of the break, your phone calls are welcome. The number is 622-9622, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. Those immigration raids being carried out across major cities may be spreading.
Sources confirmed to me over the weekend the activity will not be limited to just New York, Baltimore, Chicago, Denver, San Francisco, LA, Houston, Atlanta, and Miami.
Fox's Kevin Core.
Democrats say they are misguided and immoral. The acting director of Customs and Border Protection says the raids are not designed to separate families, and the intent is to enforce the rule of law.
Fox's Ellison Barber. A bail hearing today for financier Jeffrey Epstein. His attorney saying he's not a flight risk and should await trial in his Manhattan mansion. Prosecutors calling him a flight risk and danger, saying there's evidence against him that's growing stronger by the day. Also that several more women have contacted them to say Epstein abused them when they were underage. This is Fox News.
Pros do it right to take their business to the next level by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help and help you save. For your next stain job, get a gallon of Valspar One Coat Transparent Stain Plus Sealer starting at $35.98. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. For trusted brands that make the job easier, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
Today we decided to walk to school. The light counted. 15, 14, 13. We took a left on Carroll Street. Danny's smart, but he gets distracted. I realized he forgot his homework. I hope he doesn't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating a deputy-involved shooting in Sumter County Saturday night that left one suspect dead in Coleman. State corrections officials are investigating after a video posted to YouTube shows a group of officers beating an inmate on the lawn of the Lake Correctional Institution. University of South Florida researchers are returning to the former Dozier School for Boys in Mariana, where they unearthed the remains of 55 people to determine if there are more graves on the site. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is asking for help identifying the person responsible for stabbing a dolphin in the head and killing it. The information is eligible for a $38,000 reward. Divers and snorkelers gathered underwater to listen to music in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary for an underwater concert, and SeaWorld Orlando has welcomed another baby walrus. This is the second for Mom Caboodle and Dad Garfield. And that is your news brief from The Source.
A mix of sun and clouds on this Monday, with just a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. High 91 at the coast, 95 inland. Fair skies Monday night, low 72 inland, 76 along the coast. For Tuesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm at the coast in the morning and over the interior during the afternoon hours. High 91 at the coast, 95 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm around in the morning along the coast and over the interior during the afternoon hours. The high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Freddy's Specialty Sundays. Classic American treats. Made with freshly churned, rich and creamy frozen custard. Welcome to Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. The taste that brings you back.
So now that you have your heart set on Freddy's, all you need to know is how to get there. That part is easy. Just go down Highway 200 in Ocala east of I-75. Then look for the giant frozen custard cone on the wall.
Hey folks, these warm and damp summer days are a great time to plant trees, and that means it's time to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens during their half-price tree sale. Here's what you do. Pick out a tree or two from Bob Wine's huge selection. His prices are the lowest in town. Then get another tree for half price. Simple as that. Get a tree at Bob's super low price. Get another one just like it at half price. Other specials from this week's ad. There's a BOGO on crepe myrtles. Buy one, get one free with prices starting at a low $9.99. Fruit trees and bushes also on BOGO, and bush daisies, they're also buy one, get one free. Other great deals too numerous to mention. Just get on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
With a graduate degree in management and leadership from Webster University, there'll never be a better time for you to explore what's next in your career. Classes are scheduled so you can continue your normal workday routine, and the accelerated program means a new term starts about every 10 weeks. If you're looking to gain a broad general management and leadership perspective, then Webster University's Management and Leadership degree program is the right one for you. It's all a part of what's next at Webster University.
Go to webster.edu/manage, accredited by ACBSP.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. If you want to call in, you may do that. The number is 622-9622. I doubt that my son is listening, but happy birthday, Alex. 33 years ago today, I became a daddy. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. So, and yesterday I got to have a little birthday lunch with him and his wife and his beautiful baby, and just nice.
Yeah, Alex is very special. You're such a great dad, and you're always involved in his life, and he loves you so much. You always had fun things. Who's that guy? I don't recognize
Sorry, I
him.
distracted Robin. I gotta, let's see. From Page Turner Literary Publicity.
Is that Javier?
Is that what Javier looks like?
I don't know. I don't know what Javier looks like. That must be Javier.
It says, a big congratulations to my two favorite radio hosts, Robin MacBlane and Larry Whitler, on the publication of their new book. It's a children's book, if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend this kid's book, which offers an important lesson on inclusiveness and intrinsic value of each and every one of us. Gosh, we should make him write or get him to help us.
Javier, this is great. Thank you so much. I've never seen a picture of Javier before. I just speak to him, and
he's a good-looking guy.
He's a great-looking guy. Oh, I have seen him on Facebook though, but I mean it's different in different settings. But Javier is absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Javier. This is great.
Put it on my timeline.
I love that. Well, then I'll share it.
All right, the phone lines are open if you want to call in and talk to us. The number is 622-9622, and let's see what we got here.
But anyway, happy birthday, Alex. You are very, very special, and you're such a blessing to everyone.
Don't tell him, but I'm ordering pizza for his job. He works up in Gainesville. He works up in Gainesville. I did this once before. I had the pizza guy bring pizza around noon, so
yeah.
So if you hear a little more commercials than you normally do around 10:30, that's me ordering a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Could order two. Have one go there and one come here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that delivery fee would be
It's in two different places.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if there's something light we can start with. First of all, I guess the big news regarding Hurricane Barry is that it didn't do much, which is the good news, right?
Mm-hmm.
It did do some damage. It's not like everybody was unscathed. However, the bulk of what we thought we were going to be talking about is not there, and that's the blessing. That's the good news. And the help that is needed by those who were affected by it is happening. I was looking at a news report this morning of a church that had already started gathering supplies like a week ago. I guess they were trusting the weatherman.
Mm-hmm.
On the lighter side of things, there's a new baby walrus down at SeaWorld.
Isn't that something?
He was born weighing 150 pounds. That's a big baby. 150 pounds. They don't have a name for the baby, but the mother's name is Caboodle. The father's name is Garfield.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it'll be Garboodle
and
or
not
something.
Kit. Kit and Caboodle. They didn't go that route.
Oh,
they
maybe,
went Garfield and Caboodle.
Well, maybe because the father and the mother probably named two different places, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe Caboodle's name will be Kit.
Yeah, Kit Caboodle.
I mean, Caboodle's baby's name will be Kit because Caboodle's the mama.
That's right.
Anyway, just that I thought I'd start with something light. SeaWorld's Wild Arctic exhibit is home to other walruses and beluga whales. I haven't been to SeaWorld in, oh my gosh, forever.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have?
Gosh, it's a fun place.
Another light one. If you were down in the Florida Keys over the weekend, yesterday specifically, I think, you could have attended an underwater concert, so to speak. It was pre-recorded, but the speakers were placed underwater underneath boats, and for 4 hours, divers and snorkelers were able to hear music with songs like Yellow Submarine, Fins, and the theme song for the movie The Little Mermaid.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It is easy to hear music underwater. It's really, it is. I told the story once before on the air, but I was swimming with my son when he was little in the water right next to the Wiki Watchy show. And those girls who swim have music going on under the water, and you could hear it when you swim in that Buccaneer Bay or whatever it was called next to them.
Exactly. That's pretty cool. I've never experienced that before. I've experienced trying to talk to each other underwater. Exactly. That's the fun thing.
Yeah. All right. Authorities arrested a Florida couple Friday, described by 2 female victims as doomsday preppers. They were preparing for doomsday.
Oh, gosh.
And these 2 women who escaped from their confines were being physically and sexually abused by this couple who was trying to preach that the world was about to end.
Oh, my.
In addition to being sexually abused, the 2, Mirko and Regina... Oh, these are the 2 who were arrested from the Ocala County Sheriff's Office. Mirko and Regina. Well, they don't give first names? Anyway...
Maybe they did, or they made it like they felt it wasn't
Anyway,
necessary.
they were forced to perform manual labor to the tune of raising livestock, growing fruits and vegetables, shearing sheep, and using a loom. They were not paid, and they were sexually abused, so these people have been arrested.
Gosh.
A little bit unclear about the names on that story.
Yeah, but... sexual abuse.
In Gainesville, authorities have arrested a man who was not looking for love when he lured his robbery victims through an online dating app. Gainesville police say 31-year-old Tavares Wilson lured male victims to an apartment complex, confronted them with a gun, and then robbed them. The male victims thought they were showing up for sex.
Wow. So they were willing. And they got robbed. Oh, jeez.
Well,
I
hey.
know.
You got to live in a man's body if you want to understand this thing. Especially a college-age man. I'm telling you. There's somebody saying, hey, why don't you come over and have sex? We're on the way.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not blaming these guys.
No.
Didn't say anything about prostitution or anything. It just said, hey, come on, I'm interested. And it wasn't even a woman at the other end. It was a guy with a gun. Let's see. In Jacksonville, a Florida mother, a Jacksonville mother, I should say, is facing felony charges after a video surfaced showing her daughter licking a tongue depressor at a doctor's office and then putting it back in the jar.
Oh, God. That is so disgusting.
She thought it was funny, and she videotaped her daughter licking the tongue depressor.
Oh, my God.
Posted the video online and just thought she'd just get it. Everybody would get a kick out of it. But
oh, my God. How disgusting.
She was charged with something.
Well, good. They both should be charged with something because she's teaching her daughter the wrong things.
Doesn't say how old the daughter is, Robin.
Gee.
Does not say. She could be 3.
Oh, okay.
You don't know.
I thought it was like an adult daughter or something.
Doesn't say. I'm just it could be.
Gosh. Well, I'm glad they charged the mom. That's hazardous to others.
I know your feeling about pacifiers. You're not a big fan of them.
No.
But a lady is making a few dollars because she invented an addition to the pacifier.
Okay.
Let's see. She created a pacifier cover. And I guess they're selling really well. Her name is Jennifer Melvin. She lives in Palm Beach Gardens. She got an idea when her little bundle of joy was born. 6 years later, her idea was finally out there. Is finally out there. She says, I didn't think about it or anything like this until my daughter was born and she was in the NICU, and they emphasized and really honed into you that everything needs to be as sanitized as possible. She created a pacifier cover called the Keepsy.
Well, good for her, but I mean, isn't that common sense? If your child throws something on the floor, I mean, you don't just blow it off or wipe it off and stick it back in their mouth. But good for her. This is great. Because now she's creating more awareness of the cleanliness that people as parents need to have for children.
A major ruling this week on a Tampa company's lawsuit has turned the state's medical marijuana industry upside down. A 3-judge panel in Florida's 1st District Court of Appeals ruled that the state law regulating marijuana is unconstitutional and fails to adhere to Amendment 2, which voters passed overwhelmingly in 2016. The lawsuit was filed by Tampa-based company Floragrown, owned by Adam Eland and Jeff Marks, and Tampa businessman Joe Redner, apparently a well-known guy. The lawsuit argues 3 main points about the state law written by the legislature regulating medical marijuana. Number 1, the law forced businesses to be vertically integrated, meaning the business must grow, cultivate, package, market, and sell their own marijuana, when the amendment itself did not specify that requirement. Number 2, the law effectively created a special class of business, nurseries that had been in business for 30 years, which then became the only companies who could get a license to sell marijuana. And number 3, the law illegally capped the number of licenses. So those are the points of contention by in the lawsuit, just so you know.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
So a guy in South Florida manages a motel, and he's up against the beach. He says people all the time park their cars in the motel parking lot and then go to the beach, but they're not customers or guests of the hotel.
Yeah, I hate when people
He
do
says
that.
there are signs that say tow away zone, but he hates to see people getting their car towed away. He knows most of them are young kids and they don't think too much about the idea. So anyway, he's 69 years old. There's one car out there. He does this all the time. He goes out there and says, hey, you can't park here. He says there's a sign, tow away zone, and all the time, the person in the car says, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Where can I park? And he'll always tell them where some of the public places are where they could park.
Right.
It requires a little bit of walking, he says, but the public places are free. In some cases, the public places have a small fee. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can't park in the motel parking spot. So anyway, a man driving a red Ford Mustang parked at the hotel. Rudy told him the same thing he tells them all the time. Rudy's the guy's name.
Oh, I like that name. He sounds friendly.
And the guy says to him, when I come to Hollywood, I can park wherever the F I want to. The driver then began to smoke marijuana, telling Rudy he would leave after he finished smoking. So Rudy said, hey, you can't even smoke here because I've got a hotel full of people and there are children here. And the smell is everywhere. You can't do that. That's when Rudy said he went to turn to go into his office to call the police, but he was physically attacked by the car's driver.
Oh.
Surveillance video got that attack on video.
Oh.
And it is now out there for you to see if you want to look it up.
Is Rudy okay?
Yeah, he's okay, but he got punched.
Oh.
Got punched a lot. Got knocked to the ground and punched.
Oh, my God. I hope they threw that guy in forever and confiscated his car and won't ever let him have his car back.
We have had a guest on this radio show who had a book that was expressing opposition to laws that allow us as citizens to order drugs from other countries. If you remember that interview, it got a lot of attention. A lot of people were wanting to know the name of the book, and we had a lot of hits on the recording of the interview. We don't know that lady had an ulterior motive, but I have one that's kind of suspicious. Donna Shalala. Let's see. Donna is a U.S. Congresswoman. I don't know what state she represents, but anyway, she's a Democrat. She told attendees at the Walt Disney World Beach and Yacht Resort and Convention Center, where there was an event of gathering of grassroots activists, she told them that the Republican-backed bill to allow importation of cheaper prescription drugs from Canada is the silliest thing she had ever heard of.
Oh, man, these guys are so well educated and they're so high paid.
She says,
wow.
This is not safe. We should not be allowing drugs to be coming to American citizens from other countries. Now, you pick your fight. I don't know. But anyway, listen to this. she happens to be the beneficiary of over $135,000 in campaign donations from pharmaceuticals.
Of course.
American pharmaceuticals. She owns as much as $200,000 worth of stock in a number of American pharmaceutical companies.
Good for whoever doing their homework on her.
So that was UPI, if you want to know.
Nice. Well, Donna Shalala, you're not going to be representing our people much longer.
It's just, why don't they see this themselves? I mean, you know what? Just in her defense, I'm trying to look at this from both sides.
Okay. You always do. You're always fair.
All right. Now, if she owns stock in pharmaceuticals, it doesn't necessarily mean that her point is not a good one. See what I mean? I mean, obviously, it is weird. I mean, it looks like a smoking gun, but maybe it's not, because if you think about it, if she supports American pharmaceuticals, and I think we probably all do, if you want to order drugs, for example, from Canada,
which a lot of people do,
and they're cheaper. I think the lady that we had on the air was mostly trying to push for our Food and Drug Administration to go through some testing of the foreign drugs, more than saying no to it. But anyway, so that's in the news. Just you can chew on that one for a while if you want to.
Yeah, so she'll come back.
I can see it from both sides.
Yeah, but see, she's going to come back with and say, well, I just give my money to my investor and they choose, they invest, so I don't even know what they're investing in.
Yeah, but whether she does or not, it's her prerogative to do what she wants with her own money.
Exactly, but she's paid for with tax dollars, and she can't have things that are questionable.
No, this would be a better story, and I'm not saying this, please don't misunderstand when I say this. This would be a better story if she actually owned owned stock in foreign pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
And was for the importation of those drugs. That would make...
Yeah,
that would be an uglier thing. This is not so ugly, really, in a way. So this is somebody spinning the news, and I fell for it a little bit, but I picked up where I left off.
Yeah, no, you always see through stuff because you want to give unbiased news. You want to give just straight the facts and let other people decide, form their own opinions.
More than 100 people gathered at Lake Eola yesterday in Orlando for a nationwide protest against the detention camps. Apparently there wasn't a whole lot of that going on during the weekend as much as we thought there was going to be. It's kind of like Hurricane Barry. It didn't do as much as we thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
The Secret Deodorant Company.
Oh, okay.
Has contributed $529,000 to U.S. women's soccer to address the pay gap between the men and the women's teams.
Wow.
There you go. They'll be smelling good.
That's right, exactly. Now the women have, they got pressure on there now. They're going to have to win it every year, so those women got to have pressure. Hopefully their ticket sales will go up and justify their higher salaries.
Firefighters in Wisconsin were left scratching their heads when an Amazon package arrived.
Oh.
There was no sender information, but inside the box was some lingerie.
Okay.
The Menominee. Do you know that name? Menominee? Is that the name?
Menominee Falls.
Okay.
The Menominee Indians.
Okay. Well, the Menominee Professional Firefighters Union said in a Facebook post that an Amazon package arrived at the Menominee Fire Department's station without any sender information or a receipt. The package turned out to contain some white lingerie.
Oh.
Firefighters say anyone who may have sent the erotic undergarments to the wrong address can pick them up at the station.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to do that?
That would be mine right there. I don't know how they got that one wrong.
They're going to get a fiber guy, pay him $5 to go pick it up.
Yeah, right. Remember the song It's Raining Men?
Yes, I do. I think that's such fun.
Well, it was raining crustaceans down in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, the water lifted up out of the ocean and somehow dropped a lot of crabs onto the backyard porches of some homes. Wow.
Well, I bet the birds had a field day, though. I mean, they were easy pickings, right?
Easy pickings.
Those seagulls will hone in on there, and yeah, man.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Happy Monday, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
I got a little local trivia here. I was down by the square on Sunday, and we're looking at our hotel down there, and it looks to me that the front of the hotel will be facing easterly, not towards the square, where they're going to have like a drive up where you come and drop off your suitcases and stuff, and then you take your car away. But I kind of thought that was interesting that the back end of the hotel will be looking at the square, and the front of it will be looking easterly.
Right. Yeah. It's the back end of the hotel, but it's the front end of the restaurants on that side. That's the weird thing. Yeah. But I think they did it right though, because if you're in the restaurant, you'll be on the side of the square, and the balconies of the restaurant are also facing the square. So I think they did it the right way.
Yeah, it's a good setup.
Well, they got workers down there on Sunday, so they're moving right along. I know they want to get that finished by time to light up Ocala. It seems to be coming along. Of course, there's a lot of interior work that has to be done yet, but so far it's looking pretty good. And let's hope that they keep on schedule, and we've got it for the light up.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending some time there.
Yeah.
At least one night, right? That's gonna be my thing. Yeah.
Me too. I'd like to go there.
If nothing else, it really fills up that area. You know, it makes it look like a big city almost. You know.
Yeah, it's something a lot of people fought against, but I guess it's starting to happen. So, all right, thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the insight.
Okay,
thank you. A British city broke a Guinness World Record when it gathered 664 people to perform the world's largest simultaneous round of hopscotch.
Oh my gosh!
Now that shouldn't be that hard to break.
I know.
That's that record. 600. Oh, come on. You can go to the University of Florida, say, we want to break the record for the most people hopscotching at one time. You could get 6,000 people probably to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Or do it right before a Gator game. You got 80,000 people in the stands. They can all do the hopscotch and then go to the game.
Yeah, but you got to have the chalk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So you have to have a big open sidewalk somewhere.
Right.
A parking lot.
Yeah. I liked hopscotch. I really enjoyed it when I was a kid. I thought it was a lot of fun. Did you? Did you ever play it?
I preferred butterscotch, to the hopscotch. But I know you like beer, so hopscotch makes sense.
I know it does. It does. You grow up from day one with the hops.
Bob Gibson, who spent all 17 seasons of a Hall of Fame career with the St. Louis Cardinals, is battling pancreatic cancer.
Oh,
Dick Sitzman, Gibson's longtime agent, said the 83-year-old Gibson was diagnosed a few weeks ago and has been hospitalized the past 2 weeks with chemotherapy treatments expected to begin today.
Oh, gosh.
All of Cardinal Nation is behind you, the Cardinals wrote Saturday on their Twitter feed. Get well soon, Bob. Gibson broke in with the Cardinals in 1959 and became one of the game's most dominant pitchers through the 1960s.
Wow.
So there's that one. Today's Amazon Prime Day.
Yes, it is.
Got to make sure I mention that.
I can't wait to see what they're doing. I'm a Prime member, and I've got my very first Amazon Prime Day, so I wonder what it's going to be like.
I can tell you about our book. They brought our book down to $6.
The hardcover or the softcover?
Softcover.
Ooh, well, I'm going to order some then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to order some.
Order some of your own book, yeah.
I know. I've just never been an Amazon Prime, and now this is my first one, so I've got to get something.
Okay, so Amazon Prime is today. The e-commerce giant offers a Black Friday-like sale. It will take place today and tomorrow, by the way. It's the first time the big sale will span 48 hours, giving those who are or becoming members of Amazon's premium subscription service the chance to access deals on more than 1 million items.
Nice. That's what I'm doing today after 12.
And finally, Jennifer Lopez's Madison Square Garden concert was cut short Saturday night because of a blackout. But she said that today the singer will finish what she started. So if you're at that concert Saturday night, go back.
Yeah.
She's going to finish the concert tonight. That's kind of cool.
That's very cool.
How many people can actually take their Monday night and
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be. It's not going to be as many people. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. Counter demonstrations grabbing more attention than immigration raids the president had warned would start Sunday.
Here in Chicago, members of the Hispanic community and people opposed to an immigration crackdown attended Mass at St. Agnes Church and then marched to the predominantly Hispanic Little Village neighborhood. In other Hispanic neighborhoods, we saw local aldermen and community leaders teaching community members what the law says they can do if agents show up.
Fox's Mike Tobin. Across the Gulf Coast, people warned to watch for the possibility of flash flooding as tropical depression Barry moves north. And on Amazon Prime Day, customers getting this message from some workers.
They're going to be on strike for 6 hours. They're demanding better pay and better working conditions. Amazon spokeswoman Brenda Alfred saying, quote, "We provide great employment opportunities with excellent pay ranging from $16.25 to $20.80 an hour and comprehensive benefits."
Fox's Aisha Hasni. This is Fox News.
Pros do it right to take their business to the next level by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help and help you save. For your next stain job, get a gallon of Valspar One Coat Transparent Stain Plus Sealer starting at $35.98. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. For trusted brands that make the job easier, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
Today we decided to walk to school.
The light counted.
15, 14.
41, 31, 13. We took
a left on Carroll Street. Danny's smart, but he gets distracted.
I
realized he forgot his homework. I hope he doesn't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating a deputy-involved shooting in Sumter County Saturday night that left one suspect dead in Coleman. State corrections officials are investigating after a video posted to YouTube shows a group of officers beating an inmate on the lawn of the Lake Correctional Institution. University of South Florida researchers are returning to the former Dozier School for Boys in Marianna, where they unearthed the remains of 55 people to determine if there are more graves on the site. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is asking for help identifying the person responsible for stabbing a dolphin in the head and killing it. The information is eligible for a $38,000 reward. Divers and snorkelers gathered underwater to listen to music in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary for an underwater concert, and SeaWorld Orlando has welcomed another baby walrus. This is the second for Mom Caboodle and Dad Garfield. And that is your news brief from The Source.
A mix of sun and clouds on this Monday, with just a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm, high 91 at the coast, 95 inland. Fair skies Monday night, low 72 inland, 76 along the coast. For Tuesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm at the coast in the morning and over the interior during the afternoon hours, high 91 at the coast, 95 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm around in the morning along the coast and over the interior during the afternoon hours, the high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Freddy's Specialty Sundays. Classic American treats. Made with freshly churned, rich and creamy frozen custard. Welcome to Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. The taste that brings you back.
So now that you have your heart set on Freddy's, all you need to know is how to get there. That part is easy. Just go down Highway 200 in Ocala east of I-75. Then look for the giant frozen custard cone on the wall.
WWWWOCA,
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
Hey folks, these warm and damp summer days are a great time to plant trees, and that means it's time to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens during their half-price tree sale. Here's what you do. Pick out a tree or two from Bob Wine's huge selection. His prices are the lowest in town. Then get another tree for half price. Simple as that. Get a tree at Bob's super low price. Get another one just like it at half price. Other specials from this week's ad. There's a BOGO on crepe myrtles. Buy one, get one free with prices starting at a low $9.99. Fruit trees and bushes also on BOGO. And bush daisies, they're also buy one, get one free. Other great deals too numerous to mention. Just get on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. I had to look at the clock twice. How come my head's got like a hollow sound in it? Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. And Galen, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. I think I got something too loud over here. Oh, my gosh. You're really weird sounding. All right, try it now.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Or Galen?
You, Robin. You.
Oh, okay. Hi, Galen. How's it going?
There you go.
Does it sound better?
Now I hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we're adjusting things as we do the show. It's live radio, kids.
Of course.
So how was your weekend?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's good.
Did you do anything special?
No, I didn't do a thing.
So
my boys are up in Atlanta with their uncle, and it was just my wife and I. It was really nice.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We went bicycling on the University of Florida campus.
Okay.
There's a trail there, like a 2.5 mile trail, and it's called the University of Florida Campus Trail or something like that. I can't remember what it was called now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so part of it feels like it's urban, and part of it feels like it's rural. And we rode past the baseball stadium that they're building. I didn't know they were building a new one.
Yeah. It's the University of Florida is really transforming. They're trying to become a top 5 school, and one of the things they're doing is they're going to make it so that once you basically get on campus, you will not be able to drive a car. There will not be there'll be a bus lane, a bike lane, but there will be no motorized vehicles.
Oh, really?
No scooters or anything. Yeah.
Oh,
and their plan is to have that done by, I think, 2020. So they're really, really trying to get that done. That's going to hurt the blood center because we park the bloodmobile, at least one of them every day on that campus, 5 days a week.
Oh, really? So do you know any details about the baseball field?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what you want to know. But
well, it looks huge.
Just moving it down, it's going to face a different direction, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's across the street from the other one.
It looks big, way big, though.
Right.
I mean, it looks like a major minor.
Oh, no.
No?
No. It'll still seat about the same. I think it'll seat like 3,000. I mean, it's University of Florida. They do things right. You know, I mean, they don't spare a dollar. That's for sure.
So explain your comment about changing the direction. What's going to be better with the direction? The sun?
Well, yeah, because of the way it sits now, it's just beating on you. And so what they're trying to do is change it slightly. So, because they usually play in the afternoon, so the sun will be behind you instead of right in your face. That's the goal. And it'll still be the same for the batter. Because, you always sit behind home plate, basically, in these smaller parks. It'll just make so therefore, the sun will be behind everybody during the game. That's the hope. So.
Yeah, because when we went to the Gator baseball games there, it was, using your word, brutal, because it was really, really hot. Yeah. No shade.
But they have a little bit of a bigger overhang, too, so that when it is that afternoon sun at 4 o'clock, at least there'll be some shade. I mean, you go there on a Sunday game, you just sit there on those aluminum benches, and you feel like you're in an easy bake oven, and that you're slowly turning into a cake that somebody's going to eat you with a light bulb. I mean, it is really, really hot.
Oh, my God.
So what are they going to do with the first one?
Tear it down, turn it into a parking lot or something. I don't know.
A parking lot. They don't want cars. Well, we found the trail. We have this app that shows you where the Florida trails are, and so I said, "Hey, there's one right on the campus." So we decided to do that one. The cool thing about that one is there are vending machines along the way. So if you need a drink,
That's great.
you don't have to worry about your water getting warm because they got lots of cold water out there and Gatorade and other things. I don't know what the field. There was another field we passed too. I think it's a soccer field, but it looks like it's fake grass, AstroTurf or something.
Yeah, it was all pretty with the colors of the Gators and stuff on it, and looked very pristine, like they just did it.
Well, the soccer, they've got a lacrosse field over there, all in that same little stretch.
Oh, maybe that's what it was looking at.
And they also have the soccer field there. The women's new softball stadium is down the street. So again, UF loves their athletics, and they feel it's a huge draw that gets more talented people to come to their school.
It's a really big campus.
And it's working. I mean, when you look at their enrollment, the number of applications they get increases by like 10% every year.
Really? Wow.
And they're trying to become an academic powerhouse. It's an incredibly difficult school to get into.
Is it? And it's a huge campus. It's a huge campus. Oh, is it bigger? Is it a bigger campus than FSU?
Yeah. Well, UF has gone through so much growth, and I completely agree with what they're trying to do with taking all of the motor vehicles off so that they can open it. I used to, for my first job at Life South was the University of Florida recruiter. So I would spend a lot of time on that campus. And what they've done is they've built so many new buildings and a new dorm and things like that. And so what happens is it's just losing any of its charm, and it became full of concrete. And so what they're trying to do is go back to that campus feel where you have some green space. And I'm sure they'll do a good job, because when you walk around now, if you go around the Hub or Broward Dining or anything else, you feel almost enclosed. Because when we went through it, we went to FSU first, because we did a tour this last summer with my son for all the schools. And UF was his least favorite campus. And FSU was his second favorite. Miami is gorgeous. If you've never been to the University of Miami campus, it's beautiful.
Oh, really? Really?
So, yeah, I mean, I know Miami gets a bad rap, but it's an incredibly high academic school. It's private. It's incredibly expensive, but the campus itself is breathtakingly beautiful.
When I used to play colleges, and this is a very long time ago, the most beautiful campus I ever saw was up in Georgia, and I think it was Georgia Tech, maybe? I can't remember.
Georgia Tech's in downtown Atlanta.
Is it
beautiful? So if you drive through downtown Atlanta, it's right on the left.
Is it very
going north? Is
it very castle-like, very old architecture?
Oh no, that's the University of Georgia.
Okay, so that's the one.
Yeah, it could have been. You know what? I wonder if it was if it was Georgia Southern, over on the east coast of Georgia.
It is such a pretty campus. Oh my gosh, and but not that the University of Florida is ugly. It's nice. It's a pretty campus too, I think.
Yeah.
The one in Miami that I went to was called St. Thomas. Is that part of the University of Miami? No. What is that?
No, it's a small school. It's a small college. We used to go down there when I went to Flagler, play baseball down there, and it's a smaller school.
See, I remember my favorites. My favorite, the reason St. Thomas is one of my favorites is because the people there were so nice to me. I mean, they treated me like I was something special. And I thought, whoa, so nice. and they had this big festival going on, and it seemed huge. And I had an opportunity to have like a Woodstock moment, even though nobody knew who the heck I was. But they were so nice to me. They gave me food and everything. It was like, wow, this is nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I always have thumbs up for St. Thomas. I don't know anything about them other than that.
Well, I had a cousin, and of course she lived in northern Wisconsin, and she wanted to be a fashion designer, and she ended up, this was in the mid-'70s, she ended up coming down here to the University of Florida in Gainesville to get her degree in fashion design, and I thought that was really something, because Wisconsin has a lot of nice, the good universities and all, but she chose this one, and I thought that was pretty amazing. One of our trips when we came down here, we visited with her, and Sherry, she was so nice, and she just loved the school here.
I wonder what clothing would look like if they asked me to design it. It probably wouldn't be much.
On women.
Would you have to make it?
I don't know.
Would you have to, sew it?
I don't know. I mean, even if I just drew a sketch, it would probably
just be a poncho. I would just do a lot of ponchos.
But she just didn't design the fashion. She actually designed the design that was on the fabrics for the fashion. So that was very artsy. She was very, very cool. Such a cool woman. I
think I'd make a T-shirt, maybe, with some lines going around it.
You have to sew it. Too many pieces. I'm thinking like burkas and scarf.
Yeah, Fred Flintstone clothing. Yeah. That would be me. Hey, speaking of Fred Flintstone, I have some history here for you. This is today's on this date in sports history. So I have no idea if any of these things mean anything to you. This is just going to be me telling you what it is, and if you want to elaborate on it or just drop it, we move to the next one, all right?
This day in sports history. All right, there's not a lot going on this time of year.
All right. Well, some of these
the Olympics, maybe.
Some of these go back. Some of these go back a long way. so I'll tell you what they are, and you just kind of comment. Before we do that, how is the blood supply?
We're right at a 2.5-day blood supply. We're just trying to tread water right now, and our usage is up and our donations are down. So please just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
And any news regarding Barry? It seemed like Hurricane Barry didn't do a whole lot of trouble like we thought it was.
No. We were ready for it. Thankfully, it didn't even disrupt any of our operations. So we kept our bloodmobiles out. Didn't have any problems. Didn't have any flooding in Mobile. That was good.
All right, Galen's daily reminder for the rest of us to donate blood is made possible by two great sponsors, Penn Flooring at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. Go over to Penn Flooring and check out their showroom. You can see the flooring options that you might want to choose from for your own home or office. Make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. Their phone number is 351-3420, Penn Flooring. And Palm Garden of Ocala, give them a call and go by and take a tour. Their phone number is 854-6262. Their website is palmgardenofocala.com. And Palm Garden is located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Again, we recommend you take a tour. Remember these two words, skilled nursing. They're a skilled nursing facility and the nicest people you're ever going to meet. And they really actually have a garden. So
they do.
It's not just it's not just a name. Yeah, they really have a garden. All right, ready? This day in sports history, Galen. We're depending on you. We're going to pitch it to you. You hit it back to us. Ready?
Yeah.
July 15th, 1815. The first flat horse race held at an English racetrack. The first flat horse race.
Wow.
Any comments on that?
What were black? The jockeys or the horse?
Flat, not black.
Flat.
Like
flat. FLAT?
Yeah.
What did they run on before? Like curved ones? Banking? They were like a Daytona, had so much speed, they had to go onto a bank? Oh, I'm serious. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. All I know is just what it says.
I really thought you were saying black. I was like, that's progressive. That was,
What's black? The horses are the people.
Before Civil War.
Hey, I told you my story about playing one of the first video games. It was a basketball game. Did I ever tell you the story?
Yeah, it's a great one. Yeah.
Okay, I did. Well, now that
against Dr. J. Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if they had names, but this was at Nathan's in New York. A lot of people know where Nathan's is, and they had these new games, these newfangled video games. And so my friend was there, and I was there, and there was two basketball players doing 1-on-1, and you had to roll this ball and shoot shoot the hoop. All right, so my guy was either white or black, I don't remember, and his guy was either white or black, but they were opposites. So one guy was black, one guy was white. The white guy had black shorts, the black guy had white shorts. Mm-hmm. And so we're playing, and we're getting so frustrated. Come on, where's my point? I just got it in, right? I was on the black team, I guess, but my guy had white shorts, so I was really on the white team. So it was so confusing. All right, here we go. Ready? On this date in sports history, Galen, 1876, baseball's first no-hitter. St. Louis's George Bradley versus no-hits Hartford, it says here. No-hits Hartford. Any comment? First no-hitter.
Oh, 1876.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a modern day. I mean, back then they scored 2 runs. It was a high-scoring game.
Wow.
It was a dead baseball. The bats were incredibly heavy.
Oh, really?
A lot of bunting. Yeah.
I wonder if it was like a disappointment for the crowd, though. No hits. Oh, my gosh.
No. That's still a big deal.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a big deal. They played more innings then, too. They didn't reduce it to 9 yet, so they probably, I don't know how many innings they had played, but...
All right, July 15th,
game.
1909, Ty Cobb hit 2 inside-the-park home runs.
That's were the common ones, because of the way the ballparks were, and they were so expansive. It was just a completely different game.
Gosh.
Some places didn't even have a fence, so you couldn't hit a home run over the fence.
No, really?
Just roll, like in your backyard. Somebody would hit it so far and you wouldn't even chase it. You would just give them a home run. No, never happened. All right.
No, never happened to me.
Happened to you.
No. Rob and I are going to go to a best.
By your childhood that didn't include sport. So honestly, when you went outside and like played with your friends, what did you do?
Wow, that's a good question. I did I ever tell you the story about doing the school newspaper or the class newspaper? No? Okay. Well, you're asking a question that leads to that answer. When I was a kid in elementary school, the teacher must have been talking about what we all do, and there was a field near where we lived, and pretty much everybody went and played baseball over there. But I would go there. I just didn't play. I just would sit there. And so the teacher started a class newspaper, and she told me to report on the game. And because I could draw pictures, she asked me to draw the artwork that would show what happened at the game, kind of like photography. And that's what I did. Yeah, I would sit on the roof of the dugout and kind of. I guess I was a sports reporter. I was a sports reporter, yeah.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
The funny thing is, Galen, all the baseball players had really large foreheads.
Yeah, well, I expected that. Well, you just put a cap on them and then it covered it.
Yeah. Actually,
I'm always fascinated when they're like guys that, I never played sports. We didn't have video games until, I was a teenager, I guess. But so, like, when you played at a friend's house, what did you play? I'm always board games. I always played board games.
It's a psychological thing to ponder, because as a kid, I really had more sports fans than music fans. Friends, not fans. Friends. My friends were all sports guys. Everybody I've ever named from my childhood was a sports guy. Maybe there was.
And if you're 8, I don't know how many people are playing guitar at a high level when you're 8.
I had
a lot of them just throw the ball around or tackle each other.
Right, and I was always there. I just wasn't good at it. And once the older you got, the more serious the other kids got, and then the less likely I was going to be included.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
I don't know. I don't. In my group, we didn't have anybody that way. You just played.
Oh, well, I wasn't in your group.
We would have just, you would have been picked. We would have made you a captain, and that way everybody would have been balanced. Unless you were one of those people who picked all their friends. and then we would shun you.
I have really level-headed memories of those days because I don't feel like anybody felt. I don't think anybody ever made me feel less than anything. I mean, they would compliment me on the things I was good at, and I would do the same in return.
There you go.
I didn't get that till I moved to Florida, actually. Yeah, I didn't get that till I moved here, where I was somehow not. I don't know. There was a level of condescendingness, I guess you might say, because I wasn't good at it. But.
Well, it's because of your size.
Yeah, I sigh a lot. Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing you can't teach is size. And size, I'm serious. Size is, as a coach and somebody who wanted to be good at sports and just didn't have the size.
Well,
that was one of those things like, man, if I was just bigger.
The driver ed teacher, when I took driver ed, was at Forest High School. I don't know if but he was a coach, and so he had us drive.
By the way, every driver's ed teacher is a coach.
Is that right?
Every single one of them.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But anyway, so he had us drive to a competing school, and he wanted me to pretend that I was going to be on the football team that year. So he said, Larry, get out of the car. And so I got out of the car and I stood there, and the other coach looked at me and said, "Holy S."
What a jerk.
I know. I felt like, oh my gosh. And I thought, no, if I'm on the team, there's no way I'm going to be good. I'm horrible. Mm-hmm. This is not going to happen.
What a jerk for that teacher.
So they would always say,
I think that's hilarious. It was probably Coach Horner. So if you're at Forest, and he was there for like 35 years.
It could be. I don't know. He was a nice guy.
I think that's hilarious.
That's horrible, using a student like that.
Wow. But anyway. So on this date in history, let's go back to this thing.
Okay.
Anything interesting on here at all?
I don't know. You have the list. It's gotta be interesting.
Let's see. 1949, Czech tennis star. We'll skip that one. Czech tennis star.
Czechoslovakian, right?
I know, but do we know these guys in Czechoslovakia?
I don't know.
1949.
1960, Baltimore Orioles Brooks Robinson goes 5 for 5, including the cycle. There you go. On this date in history.
Yeah. Now, I know you know what the cycle is.
I have no
clue. I was going to ask.
I have no idea.
What is that?
It's when you get a single, a double, a triple, and a home run.
There you go.
Oh,
but,
my gosh.
Brooks Robinson was arguably the greatest defensive third baseman of all time, and you could maybe even make a case for just defensive infielder. Great hands, and he's a Hall of Famer. Set the tone for guy named Michael Jack Schmidt, who came on later and played for the Phillies. He was the best third baseman of all time.
Well,
he was just an offensive presence.
Well, here's another baseball one. 1975, July 15th, 1975, the 46th All-Star Baseball Game. NL wins 6-3 at County Stadium, Milwaukee.
Okay.
There you go.
What is NL?
There you go. National League, right?
Oh, okay.
I knew that. But what year was that again?
1975.
Yeah, what was cool about all that is that Milwaukee County Stadium, before they revamped it to the Brewer Stadium, you could go there, and if you didn't have enough money for the ticket, they had trees and things outside, so the kids would climb the trees and watch the games.
Oh, really?
It was pretty amazing.
See, that does sound fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Now the stadium is huge. It's just as huge. It's massive. Can't do it anymore.
Let's see, one more. 1986, the 57th All-Star Baseball Game. AL wins 3-2 at the Astrodome. 1986. That was so the day Alex was born. July 15th, 1986 is the day this happened.
That's cool.
How about
that? There you go. I think so today is Alex's birthday.
Yes, it is. And I'm ordering a pizza.
Right.
I'm ordering a pizza up in Gainesville to be delivered to his job in Gainesville. Don't tell him.
Okay. I'll let him know. Sorry. I'll keep it a secret.
Oh, my gosh.
You can drop in for lunch, Galen. You're out there.
I'm going to Jacksonville today.
Oh, okay.
I'll be in Gainesville.
All right. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today, Larry. We're actually right there at the Walmart in the Villages, so please come by and see us. And we're also right on the boulevard at 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Call us 622-3544 or check out our website at lifesouth.org.
And a quick pitch for Galen's son's basketball team. You still looking for sponsors?
Yes. Absolutely. And thank you guys for stepping up, and that's much appreciated. Means a lot.
So what do we do? Is there a website to go to learn more, or just you want to?
No, there isn't. We're not that sophisticated. That costs money, and we don't have any. No, just you can call me at 425-1044, or Robin's got all my contact info, and you can reach out to Robin right there at the station. But if your business or your group wants to sponsor the Vanguard basketball team, let me know. We'd love to have you. We need all the support we can get.
And I have the paperwork Galen's son provided for us, so I can even email the forms and everything.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right. Well, be careful going to Jacksonville. Thank you for what you do, Galen, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Alex. Bye, all.
We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. Counter demonstrations grabbing more attention than immigration raids the president had warned would start Sunday.
Here in Chicago, members of the Hispanic community and people opposed to an immigration crackdown attended Mass at St. Agnes Church and then marched to the predominantly Hispanic Little Village neighborhood. In other Hispanic neighborhoods, we saw local aldermen and community leaders teaching community members what the law says they can do if agents show up.
Fox's Mike Tobin. Across the Gulf Coast, people warned to watch for the possibility of flash flooding as tropical depression Barry moves north. And on Amazon Prime Day, customers getting this message from some workers.
They're going to be on strike for 6 hours. They're demanding better pay and better working conditions. Amazon spokeswoman Brenda Alfred saying, quote, we provide great employment opportunities with excellent pay ranging from $16.25 to $20.80 an hour and comprehensive benefits.
Fox's Aisha Hosni. This is Fox News.
Pros do it right to take their business to the next level by relying on trusted brands to get the job done. Lowe's is here to help and help you save. For your next stain job, get a gallon of Valspar One Coat Transparent Stain Plus Sealer starting at $35.98. And we now offer the Little Giant King Combo Ladder, the world's first step, extension, and leaning ladder, giving you the flexibility to do just about any job for only $159. For trusted brands that make the job easier, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, U.S. only.
Today we decided to walk to school.
The light counted.
15, 14.
41, 31, 13. We
took a left on Carroll Street. Danny's smart, but he gets distracted.
I
realized he forgot his homework. I hope he doesn't have another bad day at school.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating a deputy-involved shooting in Sumter County Saturday night that left one suspect dead in Coleman. State corrections officials are investigating after a video posted to YouTube shows a group of officers beating an inmate on the lawn of the Lake Correctional Institution. University of South Florida researchers are returning to the former Dozier School for Boys in Marianna, where they unearthed the remains of 55 people to determine if there are more graves on the site. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is asking for help identifying the person responsible for stabbing a dolphin in the head and killing it. The information is eligible for a $38,000 reward. Divers and snorkelers gathered underwater to listen to music in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary for an underwater concert, and SeaWorld Orlando has welcomed another baby walrus. This is the second for Mom Caboodle and Dad Garfield. And that is your news brief from The Source.
A mix of sun and clouds on this Monday, with just a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. High 91 at the coast, 95 inland. Fair skies Monday night, low 72 inland, 76 along the coast. For Tuesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm at the coast in the morning and over the interior during the afternoon hours. High 91 at the coast, 95 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny. There can be a thunderstorm around in the morning along the coast and over the interior during the afternoon hours. The high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Hey folks, these warm and damp summer days are a great time to plant trees, and that means it's time to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens during their half-price tree sale. Here's what you do. Pick out a tree or two from Bob Wine's huge selection. His prices are the lowest in town. Then get another tree for half price. Simple as that. Get a tree at Bob's super low price. Get another one just like it at half price. Other specials from this week's ad. There's a BOGO on crepe myrtles. Buy one, get one free with prices starting at a low $9.99. Fruit trees and bushes also on BOGO. And bush daisies, they're also buy one, get one free. Other great deals too numerous to mention. Just get on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Time Out Billiards and Grill. That's right, Billiards and Grill. Located on Pine between the police department and Rawhide in Ocala. Come in and enjoy some great food from the grill 12 till 8 p.m. Then shoot some pool anytime from 12 noon till 2 a.m. Time Out Billiards and Grill even has happy hour from 2 till 7 p.m. There's more fun on weekdays, Monday to Friday. It's free pool for everyone from noon till 4 p.m. Time Out Billiards and Grill. Questions? Call 352-444-POOL.
With a graduate degree in management and leadership from Webster University, there'll never be a better time for you to explore what's next in your career. Classes are scheduled so you can continue your normal workday routine, and the accelerated program means a new term starts about every 10 weeks. If you're looking to gain a broad general management and leadership perspective, then Webster University's management and leadership degree program is the right one for you. It's all a part of what's next at Webster University.
Go to webster.edu/manage, accredited by ACBSP.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this